and it's something going to be very, very special. So now only some 20 weeks are remaining for Janmashtami. So it's like 20 weeks preparation for Janmashtami. For this, we are starting. I'll tell more about. So let us offer short prayers. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापत्कमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं सारजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाषाण्डेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरे तुसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्ते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभद्रवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So is my voice clear?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes.
And my request is those who can open their videos, you can open your video. Because there's some faces, and some of you who are not able to, it's fine. But those who can, it's good because if I see the faces, I get inspired to speak. There.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
So, my thanks to all the devotees who have come today. And this demons in Vrindavan lila is something very, very special. Now, what is very special about it? What is very special about this demons in Vrindavan lila? If you see Shrimad Bhagavatam, right? We started Shrimad Bhagavatam. What is Bhagavatam? Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Lord Krishna, and Bhagavatam is spoken by the devotees of Lord Krishna. And Bhagavatam is very, very famous all over India. So Bhagavatam has 12 cantos, right? Bhagavatam has 12 cantos, and this 12 cantos, the first canto and the first nine cantos are about the various avatars of the Lord. Vaman avatar, Prithu avatar, Matsya avatar, Kurma avatar, Lord Ram avatar. All the avatars are there in the first nine cantos of Bhagavatam. But the 10th canto, the full 10th canto, 90 chapters. Full Srimad Bhagavatam has 332 chapters. And out of 330 chapters, 90 chapters are Krishna's pastimes alone. And this demons in Vrindavan Leela is the first 21 or 30 first 30 chapters of Krishna book of the 10th canto. And that is why Srila Prabhupada translated the 10th canto as Krishna book. 10th canto as Krishna book, even Prabhupada finished writing Bhagavatam. So that people, everybody can come to know about Krishna's Leela. Now, a question may arise that, अरे weekday में तो ये program नहीं रखना था. We are so busy, right? So some of you may have a question that weekday we are so busy. Why having this program? We could have it on the weekend. Now, before TV was not there, right? What everybody will do in the village? Everybody will hear this Krishna's pastimes. Either they're hearing Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam. Every day evening, all villagers will come and hear Krishna Katha and then go to bed. So therefore, before we go to bed, we should hear about Krishna's pastimes every day. This is only just once a week. Then our life is successful. This is our culture of India. If you ask your dada or pardada, they will tell you how village this was a culture that people watch TV serial before sleeping. They'll watch this serial or that serial before sleeping, right? And they will take. So whatever we see, whatever we hear, that values are going in our life. So if we are hearing Krishna Katha before sleeping, that values are going in our life and makes our mind completely fresh. So though it may look, so you're taking out this time on a Wednesday evening may not be so easy there, but this is our culture and it makes there. And also, anyway, Sunday or Saturday, Sunday, we have the program. But when this program is added in a weekday, the whole week we are in touch with Krishna and we feel inspired for chanting. And also, the one of the reasons starting nowadays, I'm not able to give classes very often. It's a little because so much traveling for me. Now I'm going this week to Trivandrum, next week Panihati, next week Hyderabad. So it becomes a quite difficult, challenging time to have time. But through this, every Wednesday we are meeting, we are discussing Krishna Katha. So it's a good touch with all the devotees. And this is only for the devotees who have been coming from last few months, with us chanting some, every day they are chanting the holy names of the Lord. For such participants, we have planned this program so that we can take Krishna consciousness more seriously with it. So now let us begin. I made a small PPT for this presentation. So yeah. And also, you please free to ask questions. I'm not open it for the whole public. This only for the limited devotees, so that if you have any questions, you can ask. Right? So it is also for our more, growth in spiritual life. So when we grow, so then you can ask questions freely because only some 25 devotees are there. So asking questions becomes easy. You can put in a chat. So when the right time comes, I will ask, or at the end, you can ask the questions also there. So many things in spiritual life we are understanding. Many questions will be there. Many loop gaps will be there. So all that gets completed when we have an interactive session, when we're reading. And plus, we'll also have reading sometime of Krishna book, so where everyone gets a chance to read it. So this is Demons in Vrindavan Lila. Now, before we go to Demons and Vrindavan Lila, one very fundamental question: who is Krishna? Now, here, whoever have come, everybody knows that Krishna is God, right? Nobody has a doubt that Krishna is God. But one thing is still not able to understand, though Krishna is God, but then how Krishna is having this small baby he becomes, right? A question may come. How to understand Krishna's pastime when he's stealing makhan, he's stealing butter, a small boy he's going. So how to understand this pastimes? It looks little puzzle to us, and we may not able to so much understand with our mind. So let us first understand Krishna, who is Krishna, and then we'll understand why do Krishna comes as a small child, right? And how do we appreciate this pastimes of Krishna perform as a small child? So here is who is Krishna. So, so first we should understand that we talk about God, generator, operator, destroyer, God God. So God is a creator. So let us understand what is the extent of God creating this universe. So I have taken many topics. This topic probably I had reserved for this day, creation of universe. Right? The three avatars. Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Shirodakshai Vishnu. And what this verse says, anybody knows about this three Vishnu. Vishnu tu Rupani, Purush Akhyani Atho Vidu, Ekam tu Mahata Shishti, Dvityam tu Andasansthitam, Trityam sarvabhutastam tani gyatva vimuchyate. So the Vishnu comes in three rupas, right? The Purusha avatars called. The first is the form, the Shishti comes, the Mahati Shishti. Like you see, the who's the source of all universes. This is called Mahavishnu. So from Mahavishnu, from his pores, all the seeds of the universes are coming. So when you say God is great, now we can understand what it means to say that God is great. God is that great that all universes are coming from God. That is the greatness of God. There. And he inhales, exhales, universe comes out, universe comes in. And not one universe, millions of universes are coming. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bodha bhava samantita. That I am the source of all material and spiritual worlds. And one who knows this, he knows in truth. So Lord Mahavishnu there. The same Mahavishnu comes as Garbhodakshai Vishnu within every universe. So when a universe is formed, half is filled with water. And then Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Because it's a Garbhodak ocean. So it's called Garbhodai Vishnu. So the Garbhodai Vishnu, he comes in the ocean and he sits. So at that time, there was nothing in the universe. Only Lord Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And then from the navel, you see here Brahmaji comes out. The navel, this is coming, the Brahmaji. So the Brahmaji comes out from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And the whole planetary systems, what you see, come from Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Then further sun, moon are created, earth is created. At that time, now the sun was there, now the moon was there, now the earth was there, only Garbhodakshai Vishnu was there. And from him comes Brahmaji. So it's a Garbhodakshai Vishnu. He's in every universe. Then the same Garbhodakshai Vishnu expands as Shirodakshai Vishnu, who is present in everyone's heart. And the source of all this three Vishnu is Lord Shri Krishna. And still, he's like a young boy playing his flute. That's the beauty of God. So what happens when the Srishti happens? Lord Mahavishnu, he glances on Durga. And that glance is called Shambhu. And that's how the whole Utpatti takes place. And then Mahavishnu enters each universe as Garbhodakshai Vishnu. The same Mahavishnu enters as Garbhodakshai Vishnu and lays on Ananta Shesh. So each universe is happening. And then he forms a universal form. Like Lord Krishna shows a universal form in Bhagavad Gita. So what does a universal form shows? When we see the universal form, in the universal form, what we see? There are thousands. It was such a enlightened as if thousands of sun have risen as a Saturn. And whatever was there in the universe, Arjuna could see just in Lord Krishna standing in the universal form. So the Garbhodaksha Vishnu sprouted a lotus flower effulgent like a thousand blazing sun. This lotus flower is a reservoir of all conditioned soul, and the first living entity who came out of the lotus flower was Brahma. And the Kshirodaksha Vishnu, the third Vishnu in the Svetadip, in the milk ocean beyond the 14th planet system. So it is where all the devatas go to meet Lord Kshirodaksha Vishnu. Whenever any demon comes, be it Ravana, Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, they go to this, they go to this Shirodakshai Vishnu. Right? They go to this Shirodakshai Vishnu to pray. Lord, please come and take care of that. There. And the same Shirodakshai Vishnu is there in our heart as Super Soul. Now we may be thinking, Are, we are talking about these three Vishnus, we are not able to comprehend. Are, but one thing you understand, there is a Paramatma in our heart. Right? There's a God staying in our heart, a Paramatma. Who is that Paramatma? He is the same Shirodakshai Vishnu. He is staying in a Shira Sagar. And at the same time, he is present in the heart of all of us. Now, right now, if you're feeling some inspiration, sometimes you forget a class and immediately some something will come. Hey, class hai, jana hai abhi. Some inspiration will come. So it's a Paramatma speaking in our heart. And when you're hearing about him, we are feeling sometimes great joy. How many of you experience when you're hearing something about the Lord, you feel little joy in the heart? So who is giving that joy? It's that Paramatma when you are hearing. Are you are hearing about me? See, suppose somebody glorifies you, speaks about you, you feel happy. If your child speaks good about you, feel happy. You feel love for the child. The same way, when we glorify the Lord, we come nearer to the Lord, Lord feels happy because Lord loves us. That at least we are remembering the Supreme Lord. So now, after understanding these three Vishnus, so Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, the 14 planetary system appears. You see this? So we are at a Bhuloka. Down is Atal, Vital, Sutal, Hatal, Talatal, Satal, Patal. And below is Narka. Below Patal is the hellish planets. Above is Bhugaloka, Swarloka, Mahaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. So Satyaloka is a place where Brahmaji resides. Sarloka is heaven, what we call as heaven. You know, where people want to go, Apsaras come, right? So this is which place? Sarloka. This is Bhuvanloka. This is Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. And down is Atal, Vital, Sutal, Mahatal, Taladal, Asatal, Patal. So this all comes from the navel of Lord Vishnu. And Brahmaji comes on Satyaloka. There. Now, a question comes, is Krishna an avatar of Vishnu? Or Krishna the source of all Vishnus? Anyone in India will have a doubt. Okay, before I begin this, whatever we discussed, does anybody has any doubt till the time what we discussed till now? If anyone has any doubt, whatever we have discussed till now? Yes, Vivek.
Prabhu, Prabhuji, one question here. So we are saying that Mahavishnu is ultimate. He's like the Mahavishnu,
No,
and then
we have
we
not
have
come to the point that he is the ultimate, but
He's
okay,
yes, all universes are coming from him.
okay. So now from for each universe, you said we have one Shirodakshai,
Garbhodakshaya
and
Vishnu.
the other Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Now for each universe, you are saying we have one Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and he is there on the Sheshnag, and then we have Shirodakshai. So is it that number of universes, every universe has a
Garbhodakshaya Vishnu.
Garbhodakshai Vishnu,
Yes.
and Shirodakshai Vishnu is only one because he is there above the 14 lokas.
No,
Like
Shivakshaya Vishnu is in every universe, present in every atom and in the heart of every living being. He's all pervading,
okay,
Paramatma.
okay.
uh, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I was asking, you were saying about this 14 planetary system. Where is Golok Vrindavan? You didn't say about this.
So that is beyond. We will come. That is
Okay.
Vaikuntha and Golok Vrindavan is beyond the universe. So now we are just talking about the universe, material creation.
Okay.
We will not talk about the spiritual world yet.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So do we have two Vishnus in a universe? Garbhodaya, Dakshaya, and
And Vishnu and Shirodakshaya. So Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is lying on the Garbhodak ocean, whereas
Mhm.
Shirodakshaya Vishnu is all pervading the entire universe.
Okay. So even after the universe is created, all the planetary systems are created, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu stays.
Yes, it's still lying. And when that night of Brahma, when the sun will destroy, right? That time everything will go again in the body of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And again, when the next day of Brahma will come, again everything will come out. Is there in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So what I'm
Right.
discussing is the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita
Mhm.
and 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is just a brief. More details we will discuss at some point. Just giving a brief that we should understand who is Lord Krishna. Now a question comes, that is Krishna avatar of Vishnu or Krishna the source of Vishnu. So few of the verses which we'll see here. Eko vai Narayan asin na Brahma na Ishana na Api Agani, Napo Agani, Samau Neme do Prithvina Nakshtatrani na Suryasa. In the beginning of the creation, there was only one Supreme Personality, Lord Narayan. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no fire, no moon, no star in the sky, and no sun. Only Lord Narayan. Now, who is that Narayan? So, here, who is Krishna now? So this is a shloka comes to spoken by Bhishma Dev to the Pandavas where Lord Krishna was present. Esha vai Bhagavan Sakshat Adyo Narayana Puman Moyana Mayaya Lokam Gulancharati Vrishnishu. So Bhishma is saying the Lord Krishna, he is the original Narayan. Right? So if Narayan is the source of everybody, then Krishna is the original Narayan. That means all Narayan comes from Lord Krishna. And he is moving like a one of the Vrishnis, making everybody, going into bewilderment. So this is a Chaturvyu. So from Krishna comes Sankarshan, Sankarshan comes Narayan, comes from Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh, and then comes Mahavishnu, Garbhadakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu. So Krishna is the source of all Vishnus. Krishna is the Bhagwan Swayam. Right? Ete chancha kala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Loke Midanti Yuge Yuge. So this is given in the first canto, third chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, where all the incarnations are mentioned. Right? Masya, Kurma, Rama, Krishna, Balaram, they are all mentioned. And afterward Vyasadeva writes that Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. There. So original is Krishna. There. Now, from a tattva point of view, everybody is same. It's like father at office, father at home. So father when it goes in office, suppose a father is a military officer. So when he goes to office, he will have a gun, he will have other things, weapons. When he's at home, he will not have weapons. So Krishna is playing his flute, father at home. He has no weapons. But when he comes as Narayan, when he comes as Vishnu, he has Shankar Chakra Gada Padma to kill the demons and everything there. So one time, one person, one foreigner came to India in Kolkata. So he visited many temples. So he went to Devi temple, he saw Trishul. He went to Vishnu temple, he saw, he went to a Shiva temple, again saw the Trishul, Ganesha temple. So every temple he is going, he saw the Devta has something to do, some duties to do there. But when he came to Krishna temple, he saw Krishna is only playing a flute. He has nothing else to do. He's simply to enjoy. That's the meaning of God. He's simply at home enjoying with his devotees. There. So this is, we say Krishna is the supreme personality of God. Though Krishna and Vishnu are same, it's the same tattva, but differences in the rasa. And from Krishna only all the avataras come. So I'll show you one reference where Srila Prabhupada talks about it. Now, you'd ask about Vaikuntha and Goloka Vrindavan. So if you see, this is a universe. Where you see Garbhadakshay Vishnu is there down. So above is the Vraja river. So this is called Devi Dham, where Durga is the predominating. She is guarding the whole layer, Durga. And then Mahesh Dham, where Lord Shiva is there. Beyond is Vaikuntha, which is a spiritual place, which is the eternal place. It's called Vaikuntha. And beyond Vaikuntha is Golok Vrindavan. There, where Lord Krishna's eternal pastimes are going on. So just like in Vaikuntha, Lord Narayan's eternal pastimes are going on, and Krishna's original Narayan, his pastimes are going in Golok Vrindavan. So the Lord comes here in this world to show us what is he doing in the spiritual world. That's why what paintings we see, ISKCON, beautiful paintings we see. Prabhupada calls it windows of the spiritual world. Like in a window se jhaan ke dekho wo kya hai. So like that paintings when we see Krishna Leela, we understand what is happening in the spiritual world. So these pastimes are going in the spiritual world. So what we are hearing. So these demons in Vrindavan and Krishna's other pastimes, they are happening in the spiritual world. right? So how fortunate we are to know what is happening in the spiritual world, Krishna's pastime. Like if you remember, I talk about what is happening in Vaikuntha once. For all I have covered, like Vaikuntha, what is happening. On Nursing Chaturdashi, I had taken in Sarjapur Road, and for Gita Sar also I have taken, and for others also I had taken that what is happening in the spiritual world. So what is happening in the spiritual world is the people are always glorifying Lord Narayan and they're so happily living there. And that's what Bhagavatam gives us the news. Like when we read a newspaper, we get a material news. You know, कितने मर्डर्स हो गए, किसकी सरकार गिर गई, किसकी सरकार बन गई, कितने गलत काम हुए, सब पढ़ते हैं. ये मटेरियल वर्ल्ड है. बट स्क्रिप्चर्स गिव्स अस द न्यूज ऑफ द स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड. लॉर्ड नारायण कैसे हैं, लॉर्ड नारायण की क्या लीला हो रही है, भगवान यहाँ आते हैं तो क्या करते हैं, भगवान स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में क्या करते हैं. तो अगर हम मेटेरियल न्यूज पढ़ते हैं तो मेटेरियल वर्ल्ड में रह जाते हैं, स्पिरिचुअल न्यूज पढ़ते हैं तो स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में चले जाएंगे. Right? So whatever is required material news to live in this world, one is needed, right? Some news is needed. If COVID is coming, you need to know COVID is coming. But more time hour should go for the spiritual news of the spiritual world. So when you are coming and hearing this class, we are reading a spiritual newspaper. Right? What is happening over there? What is happening in our eternal home? What's the place to go? And that is the Shrimad Bhagavatam. It's talking about what is happening in the spiritual world. And when the Lord comes here, what he does here. And all these pastimes are enumerated. So this is Krishna book. So is a chap is a Krishna book. The introduction, Srila Prabhupada writes. Yeah, so this is an introduction. Anyone like to read this?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, yes.
For affairs of the material creation, Lord Mahavishnu, the plenary portion of Krishna, is in charge. Thus, when the Lord descends, the incarnation emanates from Vishnu, Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is the original cause of the material creation, and from him, Garbhodakshai Vishnu expands, and then Shirodakshai Vishnu. Generally, all the incarnations appearing within this material universe are plenary expansions from Shirodakshai Vishnu. Therefore, the business of minimizing the overload of sinful activities on this earth does not belong to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself. But when Krishna appears, all the Vishnu expansions join with him. Krishna's different expansions, namely Narayana, the quadruple expansion of Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, as well as partial plenary expansions like Matsya, the incarnation of a fish, and the Yuga Avataras, incarnations for the millennium, and the Manvantara Avataras, incarnations associated with the reigns of Manus, all combine together and appear with the body of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is the complete incarnations always live with him. Therefore, when Krishna appeared, Lord Vishnu was actually in order to demonstrate this Vrindavan first time, and in this way attract the conditioned souls back Godhead. The killing of the demons in Vrindavan only by the Vishnu.
So means when Krishna appears, all the other avatars also come along with Krishna. There. Okay. So now we talk about talked about how Krishna is the Supreme Lord, who is Krishna. When we talk about this pastimes, Krishna is performing from Golok, Vrindavan. Right? So we're coming to know what's happens in the spiritual world. Of course, there are no demons in the spiritual world like the material world. But sometime a Yoga Maya will produce some demons to create this leelas. There. So they are fully manifest in the material world. But Krishna's pastime with the Gopa friends, with the gopis, with Mother Yashoda, Nand Baba, is eternally going in Golok Vrindavan. Now, what else? So therefore this verse comes, Janam karma chame divyam evam yaveti tatvatah tattva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sarjana. Like all of us want to go back to Godhead. All of us want to go back to Godhead, right?
Yes.
Now we have heard about it, we want to go to Krishna's abode. Please, those who are videos are not on, you can raise electronically your hand raise so we know what you're saying yes or no. So you want to go back to Godhead. Okay, Anil Prabhu has said yes. There, others hands. Okay, many are raising their hands and it's good. So, so you want to go back to Godhead. So what is very simple way? Janam karma chame divyam. Anybody who knows, Krishna is saying, anybody who knows that my birth and pastimes are divine. Such a person, after leaving this body, does not come back to this world. Go back to my world. Simple tarika, no? To go back to Godhead. So what we are doing? We are knowing how Krishna's pastimes are divine. Birth and pastime by hearing Krishna's Vrindavan lila, demons in Vrindavan lila. Yes or no? Okay. So with every session, we are making one step towards back home, back to Godhead. Yeah, this is a problem. So every chanting the holy names we're doing. So we are going home back to Godhead. Okay. So such a simple way. Now you see, the Krishna is a small child. Now, why? Okay, I'll ask a question to all of you. Why Krishna has become taking a small child, depending on Mother Yashoda? What is the fun in it? See, God showed some big form, like universal form, or Krishna, or Lord Varadev came, big form he assumed, took whole planet Earth on his tusk only, right? Vaman Dev came, he covered the full universe only with his leg. So Narsingh Dev came, he killed Hiranyakashipu. थोड़ा heroic काम किया. So Krishna is a small boy, what is the fun in it? How to understand Krishna's Leela? As a small boy is coming. Yes, anyone would like to answer?
It's you already said like Krishna is always about enjoy, so maybe that can be the reason.
Okay, the word enjoy. Okay. Anyone else want to say? So okay, I'll ask you a question if you don't mind. Pradeep Prabhu, you want to say? Pradeep Shet Prabhu?
I think Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
One of the reason could be that Lord has many forms, and He wants what do you say, this material world, that it is not that only one face of Krishna is there, which is anger and killing the demons, but he wants to be loved as a child also. So showing that
Love. Very nice point.
love,
Love. Okay,
love.
love. Very good. Okay, somebody wants to expand more what Pradeep Prabhu says. Yeah.
Prabhuji, I can
Yes,
start.
Bishop. Yes, Bishop.
So whenever the Lord comes in these very large or ferocious kind of forms, there is reverence and respect over there. Whereas there is a child, you're not forced to do what he's saying. So it is more natural love because you're not fearful like a Narasimha form, Dev kind of form. Very small, and the purest form of love comes when you're not forced to love.
When you're not forced to love. Okay, you have a very, very, very nice answer. Something more, we'll go deep in this. There. Any other answer? Somebody like
Hare
to
Krishna.
try?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Girish Prabhu.
These are some loving exchanges between Krishna and his devotees, and those exchanges happen over a couple of relationships like mother son, or Sakha relationship, or a conjugal relationship, and like those. And Krishna gives the opportunity for all those forms of devotee to God relationships, for all those rasas.
It's very nice, very nice. Yes, Jiten Prabhu. Is it which Jiten Prabhu? Our Sajapura Jiten Prabhu or different Jiten? Or is our
Same
Prabhu
one.
you came from the
Hare
corporate
Krishna.
program? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah, same.
Okay. Yes, I remember. Yes, Jiten Prabhu.
Yeah, so my point of view on this is that Lord Krishna wanted to, spread the true meaning of love in this world, this material world. So that's why God appeared in Krishna avatar.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so all of you guys is very nicely talking about. So Summit, see, in this world, whom we love the most? Our boss? Not so much. But our child, our friends, and loved ones, isn't it? They. So now people think, okay, if I become a spiritual devotee, I have to leave all the relationships. That love will not be there. So therefore, Krishna showed in Golok Vrindavan, Krishna act as a friend, act as a son, act as a lover. So this is called Madhurya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, and Sakhya Ras. Plus relationship of master and servant is Dasya Ras. And Shanti Ras is awe and reverence. Lord, you are great. Dasya Ras, Lord, I want to serve you. Sakhya Ras, Lord, I want to serve you as a friend. Like Arjuna and Krishna. No, as a friend. Then Vatsalya Ras, Lord, I want to serve you as my child. Now, out of father and son, who enjoys more? Who is serving whom? If you see mother and son, who is serving whom? Son is serving mother, mother is serving son.
Mother is serving the son.
Mother.
Mother.
So Krishna is the center, right? Son is the center in the family. So Krishna becomes the center there. And he received the love of all Brajvasis, Yashoda, Nand Baba. There. Same when he becomes friends, he received the love of all his friends. Same way, when Krishna becomes the lover of the gopis, you know, so he attracts everybody and attracts their love. But there is no lust in those pastimes, as in the material world. That is a beauty of a spiritual pastime, that there is no lust. And we will discuss one lesson upon this. You know, why did Krishna did Ras Leela? Right? Or how to understand, can we imitate Rasila? So one of the sessions we'll be discussing even that. So actually this session will be very educative about all the questions, you know, we want to know about Krishna consciousness. We'll be discovering all the things into this, understanding Lord's Leela. Now a question may come, like Kerala story, this question came now. अरे तुम उन राम की पूजा कर रहे हो जो अपनी बीवी को नहीं बचा पाए, तुम्हें क्या बचाएंगे? Right? You heard this argument. Kerala story. Now they don't understand कि what is a pastime. Like for example, भगवान राम जा रहे थे रोते हुए, सीते 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 सीते. अब शंकर जी आए, उनको दंडवत मारी. तो पार्वती जी बोला, दंडवत मारी तुम किसी राजकुमार को दंडवत मारो, इनको क्यों दंडवत मार रहे? किसने बोला? पार्वती जी ने. शंकर जी ने बोला जाके खुद ही देख लो. तो पार्वती जी सीता बन के गई कि मैं राम जी को मोह लूंगी कि सीता आ गई है, करके हो जाएंगे. और राम जी ने पहचान लिया, बोले माते आप आ गई, वो पार्वती माता आप आ गई यहाँ पर. अब फिर राम जी ने पूरा दरबार दिखा दिया, सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान. देखो वो तो भगवान की लीला थी कि सीता चली गई, तो उस विरह में भी उनको वो प्रेम दिख रहा था करके. सो दिस पास्ट टाइम्स आर वेरी वेरी subtle there. A question may comes, why did Lord Krishna marry 16,108 queens? You know, there. Actually, Krishna did not marry. All the queens wanted to marry Krishna. Krishna reciprocated them as with husband. So Krishna married only 8 queens. But the 16,100 girls were captured by Bhamasur. And Krishna killed Bhamasur. Then this girl said, Lord, hamara bhi koi nahi, we want you as husband. Then to reciprocate with the love, Krishna gave palace to each queen and manifested in 16,100 forms to enjoy with all those queens. One to one. Plus, none of the queens could attract Krishna's mind and senses. Krishna was attracted only through their devotion. Even in that situation, Krishna was like a brahmachari with marrying 16,108 queens. So this is a transcendental position of Lord Krishna. He is only a reciprocator of love. Lord is not in need of anything in this world. He is transcendental, beyond the 3 modes. So even when he is stealing butter, he doesn't want butter. The gopis are making butter, so Krishna come and steal. So to give them joy, Krishna goes and steals the water. And we hear Krishna's Makhan Lila, we feel so happy hearing it. So all the Krishna's pastimes are so beautiful like this. And one who hears it, he just cannot give up hearing it. There. And the test of it come every week, every Wednesday, you're able to come, right? That's a test of it. You're getting a taste in Krishna's pastimes. Of course, sometimes you'll be going out, sometimes that's fine with it. But you want to come every way to hearing this pastimes there. So that makes it very special. And what's the beauty of hearing this pastimes? So like Krishna showed his universal form in his small child. Though his God is taking the role of a small child. So what are the benefits of hearing this katha? Shri Raja Vacha Parikshit saying, Yen yen avatarena Bhagwan Hari Ishvara Karoti Karna Ramyani Manogyani Chana Prabhu. King Parikshit said, My Lord, Sukdev Goswami, all the various activities exhibited by Lord Krishna is very pleasing to ear and the mind. Simply by hearing it, all the mental disturbance goes away. Whatever tension in the mind is there, whatever dirt is there in this, that goes away. So generally we are reluctant to hear about the activities of Lord, but Krishna childhood activities are so attractive that they're so pleasing to the mind and ear. And Yashanvato apayati arati vidishna satvam shraddhe pachirena pumsa. Bhakti haro tat purushe sakyam tadeva haram vadamanya cheta. Was attachment for hearing about material thing which is the root cause of material existence vanishes. And one gradually develops devotional service to Supreme Lord, attachment for him, and friendship with devotees who give us a contribution of Krishna consciousness. If you think it fitting, kindly speak about those activities of the Lord. I remember in 2004, I would read Krishna book. There, I got Krishna book and I was just reading. And in night, I'll get dreams about all those pastimes. It's so special, so pleasing this pastimes are, so nice this pastimes are. There. So it's something very, very special hearing Krishna's pastime. So it's already 8:45. I wish we have 2-3 hours to hear about Krishna Lila, but time is limited in the material world. Spiritual world is unlimited. And I want to keep my commitment that I want to go from 8 and end at 8:45 because a weekday you may have many other chores in the house. Some may have to take your dinner also and things. So I want to do. But before going, I wanted to ask one thing is, should we make a WhatsApp group for this, or you feel that too many WhatsApp group will happen? I just wanted a feedback so that you get information. So what you feel? Should we make a WhatsApp group for this, or is not required every week? We can go 8 o'clock and the information you do. Making a WhatsApp group, the information becomes easy. Plus, if you want a PPT, I can put the PPT in that, so you can go your leisure time and think. So I want your feedback whether should we make a WhatsApp group or not for this.
Makes sense, Prabhuji. We get all the information in one place.
No, you can write in the chat whether you want it yes or no. So accordingly we do it, and maybe I'll send a link. Yeah, because I also don't want to burden the devotees with putting too many WhatsApp groups there. Okay. So I don't have the link because is Sula Prabhu there? Sula Prabhu, are you there? Okay, Sula Prabhu is handling the WhatsApp group. So make a WhatsApp group. Vishnu Prabhu, can you take attendance of the devotees who have come so that we can there?
Yes, please.
And every week will be this ID only, so you can join. And WhatsApp group, I can send about the PPTs you want, and also it's going on YouTube there, and it is public. There's a channel called Success Mantras from Gita. So generally, whatever classes I give publicly, it goes to that channel there. Because my most classes are reserved for a candidate, but this one is public. So if you want to share also somebody, you can share. But live attending has its own value there. You can ask questions, answers, and thing. And later on, we never get a time to attend it. Okay. So any question? Any one or two questions we take, or Anything you want to say? And from next week, we'll start demons, pastimes. Today was just take an introduction. You know, who is Krishna? Where is Golok Vrindavan? So we all are on the same page. So many of you may know, but then to properly understand it, the source is required. Okay. So any question?
Prabhuji, I wanted to know, like, as you said, like Krishna wanted to attain Vatsalya Ras from Maya Yashoda. So there's one incident where Krishna shows the whole universe to, his mother. Why did this happen? Like, what was the need of showing
So
this?
very amazing. So what happened? Mother Yashoda was chastising Krishna, and you ate a dirt. And Krishna said, "I did not eat dirt." Now Lord's word cannot be false proofs. So that time, Lord's Aishwarya Shakti showed it. The Lord's Aishwarya. See, Lord's lila Shakti, Aishwarya Shakti all works very coherently. Like during Damodar lila also, when Mother Yashoda was trying to bind Krishna, she could not bind. No matter how many ropes she will bring, it will become two fingers too short. Two fingers too short, it will become. And what will happen? Two fingers too short, what will happen? Why? Because Krishna did not want to get bound. He wants to go and eat makha. So his Aishwarya Shakti said, if Lord doesn't want, how can somebody bind? So then the Aishwarya Shakti made Lord's belly so big. But then Mother Yashoda got perspiring. Oh, I will let my son bind. Then Krishna said, okay, let me bound by my mother. Then Aishwarya Shakti withdraw, and Krishna was bound by mother. So his Shaktis are always working, even when he is a small child. There. So this is the beauty of his fasting. So Mother Yashoda saw that Mother Yashoda got into and her Vasala was disturbed. Then Krishna again put Yog Maya. And again Mother Yashoda thought that Krishna is God. There. And this is the difference between Kunti, Devaki, and Yashoda. So Kunti knows that Krishna is God. Nama Purusha Toadayam Ishvara Prakate Param Alakshaya Sarvhotanam Antar Bahir Avasthanam. There. Right? So Antar Bahir Avasthitam is talking about. So she is in a full knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. But Devaki sometimes talk about Lord Aishwarya. Then sometimes says, you are my child. So she is a mix of Vasalya and Aishwarya. But Yashoda know only Krishna as his child. She does not understand also Krishna as God. So this is the difference between the three. Both are pure devotees. All three are Shuddha Bhaktas. But there's a label. So when there's a reverence. But in our sadhana bhakti stage, we have to first understand Krishna's greatness. We have to understand we are Krishna's servant. The mood of dasya bhakti or the reverence for the Lord has to build. Then in the higher stages, those rasas are being started. But when we hear this beautiful pastimes of Krishna, our heart gets purified. Okay. Any one more last question? Otherwise, it's 8:50. We ended there. And one more thing in the WhatsApp group, you can put questions also. I will try to answer them. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Nandita here.
If anybody wants to leave, they have some work, you're there, nothing. Yes, Madavi.
My question might be too simple and basic. So if you want, you can tell me to discard it. But
no problem. Still, you can ask the question.
Yeah. So since we discussed about universe and different places in the universe, I feel that when one person is liberated, it means that person is freed from birth and death. And if the person is freed, liberated from birth and death, then that person does not require food or water or anything because there is no body. Then why we are serving food and...
Yes. Very, very nice question. See, there's material body. There is only soul in the Sankuchit form. And then the soul develops a form called a spiritual form, which is eternal. So, in the Vedas, many times only talking about giving up the body and coming to Sankuchit form. Sankuchit, which is bija form, the jiva, soul. But actually, God has a spiritual form. And we as jivas also have a spiritual form. And that's why I mean raso vaisa. Because rasa, the love, is exchanged between two forms. Right? Now, this form is not material. This form is spiritual. Like Ajamila. Ajamila goes back to Godhead. So what form, how he went back to God? He developed a 400 form and went to Vaikuntha. Because Lord Narayan and everybody has a 400 form and they're enjoying it. But that 400 form is a spiritual form. So there is no hunger. But they eat to enjoy. They don't eat because they're hungry. They, they enjoy because it is pleasing to Krishna. It gives fun. You understand the point there? There is no thirst, still they will drink water. The water is sweet nectar. There. So that is so there is negative axis. This material world is negative axis, dukkha. Then there is a zero axis. What is zero axis? Brahmajyoti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And positive axis is Vaishnavism. That I love you, my Lord. I want to serve you. And there are different activities. There is variegatedness. So variegatedness is the mother of enjoyment there. So we go from negative to zero axis. So what you're talking is about zero axis. What I'm talking about is positive axis, where there is service, enjoyment, enjoyment of the Lord. And while giving enjoyment to the Lord, we relish that enjoyment we also enjoy, like in the kirtan, by dancing. So the center is Krishna, but we are also liking the dancing kirtan there. So this is positive. And it will take some time to understand this. No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Pusham Prabhu, Anita Mataji, Grish Prabhu, Shriram Prabhu, Sarup Prabhu, Vivek Prabhu, Chandi Mataji, Anil Prabhu, Keshav Prabhu, and Kushwanji, Vishnu Prabhu, and Manish Prabhu, Ekta Mataji. You're from Gita sir, Ekta Mataji? I'm never. Okay, Ipsita Mataji, Pradeep Shet Prabhu, Akshay Prabhu, Pradnya Mataji, Satarup Prabhu, and Rishabh Prabhu, Jitendra Prabhu, Vandana Mataji. So thank you very much. I might have missed some names because it's just there. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So we'll meet next Wednesday. Next Wednesday,
Hare
very
Krishna, Prabhu.
special day. It is Ekadashi. It's a very special Ekadashi next Wednesday. So Ekadashi, we have Krishna Katha, it has more benefit. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.